where we compare the healthiest and most iconic food traditions from around the globe. I'm Ahana.
And I'm Arzu. Today's episode is gonna be spicy, literally and figuratively, because we're comparing 4 countries and their food game.
Oh, yeah, get ready to have your taste buds taken on a world tour. Today, we're talking about Finland, Sweden, Colombia, and India. Spoiler alert, we've got everything from chai to arepas to fika. It's basically the food Olympics, and I'm here for it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, chai tea, India's most iconic drink that you get in every corner.
What did you just say? Chai tea? Chai means tea. You're saying tea. Would I ask you for a coffee with room for cream?
Thank you for the Spider-Man reference, Ahana. Moving along with Canelazo from Colombia, Kavi from Finland, and of course, Sweden's famous fika. It's a full-blown beverage showdown, my friend. Grab your mugs, folks.
Alright, first up, we're taking a food flight from the heart of India, the mighty thali. A complete meal on a plate, bursting with flavors, spices, and carbs. You've got rice, chapati, dal, curry, raita, pickles, and don't even get me started on the sweets.
Honestly, if somebody had told me they didn't love a thali, I'd be like, did you even live your life? It's the buffet experience, but way more organized and way less awkward when you have to make a plate for someone else.
Exactly. It's like the most Instagrammable food dream. And let's be real, eating all the little items in a thali is basically the only time when it's socially acceptable to mix your food.
But okay, hold up. We've got a challenger. Colombia's got something in this race too. Arepas. These delicious cornmeal cakes are the pride of Colombia. They're super versatile. You can have them plain, stuffed with cheese, or even piled high with meat, avocado, and sauces.
Oh, arepas are definitely comfort food goals. They're like Colombia's way of saying, why settle for just carbs when you can have carbs with a cheesy upgrade?
Pretty much. Arepas are simple, but they're packed with flavor. They're like the understated sibling at a family reunion who casually wins everyone over with their charm.
Meanwhile, India's thali is like the life of the party, blasting Bollywood music and offering you 7 different ways to eat rice. I'm so in.
Okay, it's time for the good stuff. 2 Nordic countries, it's a battle of nutrition. Eye to eye, face to face. Oh, it's intense. It's going down.
Whoa there, hold your horses. It is most definitely not a battle. Remember, this is not a competition, but solely an analysis through which we figure out the nutritive qualities of each country's cuisine.
Yeah, way to take the fun out of it.
Anyway, if you haven't guessed already, we're talking Sweden and Finland.
Don't you mean Sweden versus Finland?
Fine, Sweden versus Finland. Happy?
Very. Now, when we talk about Finland, talking about their kisel is not a want but a need. It's usually made of bilberries, lingonberries, cranberries, basically a lot of berries. Here's the kicker. While kisel is simple, it's versatile. Want it as a dessert? Perfect. Need something to calm your stomach after a sauna? Even better. Feeling like a snack before a long walk in the snow? You're in the right place. They're delicious and nutritious. A win-win for days. Oh, also, side note, the Finns invented the sauna.
That sounds so good. It's like jelly but healthy. Wait, you mentioned lingonberries. They're found all over Sweden too.
Correct. They are both located in the same area, making their vegetation, weather conditions, and cuisines extremely similar.
Speaking of the land of icy winters, warm hearts, and a country well known for their flatback furniture worldwide, Swedish meatballs embody home cooking and are a staple at traditional gatherings. It is also widely recognized thanks to its association with IKEA.
These meatballs are typically made from a mix of beef and pork, seasoned with onions, breadcrumbs, and spices like allspice, served with the creamiest gravies, lingonberry jam, and mashed potatoes.
And of course, we can't forget about my personal favorite, gravlax, which is a cold appetizer made by curing raw salmon with a mixture of salt, sugar, and dill.
Gravlax is besties with mustard dill sauce and crisp bread or rye bread, which are perfect sides for this dish.
This dish reflects Sweden's long history of preserving fish and its connection to the sea. It's a must-have during festive occasions like Christmas and Midsummer.
Now for the real showdown. Time to talk iconic drinks. First up, the classic Indian chai. I mean, chai is more than a drink. It's a vibe, right? You can't go a day in India without hearing someone say chai loge, even if you're in a meeting at 7 a.m. It's not just a drink, but the story of every Indian household.
Oh, for sure. Chai isn't just about the caffeine hit, it's a full blown social ritual. I swear, the chai wala knows everything about everyone in the neighborhood. And don't even get me started on the masala. It's a mix of spices in a cup.
And the way it smells, unbeatable. Now, for Colombia's Canelazo. It's a warm, spiced drink made with aguardiente, cinnamon, and panela. Imagine sipping this on a chilly Indian evening. It's warmth in a cup.
Oh, the Colombians are so chill about their beverages. I bet they sip on canelazo while strolling through coffee plantations, contemplating the beauty of the Andes, venturing into lush rainforests, or gazing at the breathtaking valleys of the Cocora.
We get it. They probably drink canelazo while potting their next arepa topping. But seriously, it's so cozy, and I'll give them that. It's the kind of drink you sip around a campfire in the Andes. Like, I want to be there, but without the altitude headaches.
Meanwhile, in India, we're over here with chai that's been passed around to every single relative at the family gathering. No complaints though.
No complaints at all. But okay, moving on to Kahvi in Finland. Finnish coffee culture is next level. These people drink more coffee per capita than almost any other country. They've got dark, strong coffee that'll basically wake you up from a 3-year hibernation. Oh, and boy, are they serious about it.
Oh, you're not kidding. The Finns drink kahvi like it's water. And it's never just one cup. It's like, here, have a cup of dark, soul-stirring coffee and let's not speak to each other for the next 10 minutes because we're busy factory setting our entire lives as we gulp it down.
Right? I still love it though. But honestly, when you need a pick-me-up, Finnish coffee is basically the answer. It's just that strong and it pairs so well with their traditional Finnish cinnamon buns called pulla. Talk about a match made in heaven.
Speaking of cinnamon buns, we've got fika in Sweden. Now, fika is not just a drink, it's a full-on experience. It's coffee, it's cake, it's socializing, and it's basically a mandatory midday pause.
Oh, fika is the kind of vibe where you're not just drinking coffee, you're savoring it while eating something like a Swedish cinnamon bun or maybe some other sweet pastry.
And in India, we're just drinking chai while casually running to catch the local train. And the Finns and Swedes are over here with their fika and kahvi, taking a moment to reflect on life's greater meaning. Well, with a side of cake, that is.
Honestly, it's a whole vibe. But let's be real, all these beverages are like a cultural excellence in a cup. Chai, kahvi, fika, and canelazo, they all offer something different, but they all show how much culture is intertwined with our nutrition.
Well, folks, we've just wrapped up a delicious tour around the globe. From India's flavorful thali to Colombia's comforting arepas, Sweden's fika to Finland's kesel. It's been a true food fest.
Oh, yes. And let's be honest, no matter where you're tuning in from, every single one of these countries is bringing their A game when it comes to food and drinks. I mean, chai, kesel, and canelazo. Who knew these little cups of culture could say so much about a place?
So true. Whether you're munching on a Swedish cinnamon bun or treating yourself to a serving of Finnish kesel, remember, food isn't just about what's on the plate. It's about the stories, the laughter, and the memories we create around it.
And that's a wrap on today's Food Wars. Thank you all for joining us on this global flavor adventure. Until next time, keep your plates full, your hearts warm, and your taste buds ready. Stay hungry, stay curious, and of course, stay spicy.